the LMH 500, so it's pretty good. Staying at 4 at the moment. Like that, 6.2 kilometres of black and for each of these drivers.
So Will Davis now behind the wheel of the training post FPR Falcon, weaving around, generating the warmth into the tyres. You'll see him also accelerate and then stand on the brakes to earn warmth into the brakes instead. Two down for Ford, Will Davison, ring flag flies, he comes over the line, getting some support for fans. He goes down,
yesterday's figures, 52.6 that night through, as he goes down through the 4 XS's, now down through the Etihad swings and on his way to Falcon Forest Elbow. Second gear into this corner, important to pick up, cross the line, 2 minutes 8.88 seconds, 7 to second slower than yesterday's fastest lap qualified, that has the time.
In the top 10 shootout. Next to go will be Steve Owens, the VIP pit.
At a speed of around 235 kilometres an hour, the VIP pit boots and beholden, of course. Forward will recap the door first front. Part of the circuit where we saw Greg Murphy set himself up for that brilliant lap back in 2003. Bilby Park, Paul Morris, watching and gritty as we cross over to Dave Addison to call the completion of the lap.
So it's not 200 for the second, and in that first sector, the rear mirror across the top of the mountain to pull that back and into the second sector of the lap. And this is where you have to be brave across the top of the mountain. Sector 3 is the one that brings you back towards the timing line and start and finish line. So Steve Owen heads then now down to the Etihad, sponsored part of the circuit towards Falcon Forest. He's here as he comes into the chase. He can still ill afford to make an error though here as he sets the car up. Just slightly missed the first clipping point, I would have thought, going through the S's there. So another fraction of time thrown away. Uses lots of curves. Coming out of the chase, then towards the final left-hand on the lap. Into Murray's there. He sets the car up, gets the car pointed in now, back on the path. He's a 2 minutes 8.8 to beat, and the lap time is a 2 minutes 9.5. And that's really enough rapidly, not just in sector 2, but even more so in the third and final sector of the lap. Through the corridor down. Big on the VIP. Oh, in the corridor. 1 foot, 1 ring.
Yeah, but I think there's also an element of relief that most people do tend to be in the lower part.
Gisbergen looked like his lap started coming into the chase. That is already well and truly committed to this. He comes up now, over the line. There's the green flag. Come on, 4 fans, give him some encouragement. The time he's got waiting for is less than 8.8. Will they go time? Hamilton as he climbs up the Elbow down, up mountain straight. The smoke from his car really good around here so far this weekend. SP2 beautifully by the 22-year-old Shane Van Gisbergen. Never had a career pole, a great place to have his first one. 6th is the best he's ever qualified here at Bathurst as he heads down the hill now. That 5/100 of a second margin between himself and the fastest sector to that point, set by Will Davison, exiting Falcon Forest Elbow, and he's just slowed a little bit with the lap. Not so sure he's found the speed, to be quite honest, but he may be about to spring a surprise out of his final corner, nice and cleanly up on the exit curve there, and across the line he goes, position 2, losing a little bit more time, so he found 5/100s, then he lost 28 100s to just 17 1800s for the shoulder, and then a full cut second under that lap. I wonder if that's a surprise, expected to be more for the kid player, the wild child, Shane Van Gisbergen. What about the smile on Will Davis?
As the reigning champion, of course, scoring that championship aboard the Jim Beam Racing Falcon. Dragged his engineer Scott Sinclair with him to tie Charles second, the great base in Melbourne. The course competition is break. He's had to beat the last race. Driver around the circuit. He doesn't need to move qualifying. It's all about scruff of the next start. It's driving the car like there's no tomorrow, ensuring the car doesn't come back from the back.
Curves through the final part down towards Murray's now. Has this been a good recovery in the last sector by James Courtney and single seater star, former Japanese GT champion, Racing being supercar champion. It's going to be a holder that will go quickest to Will Davis' 4. Hang on, he comes up towards the line. James Courtney is a man that has won the race 5 times. Craig Lowndes is going to be behind the wheel of Carl Triple H.
Certainly no stranger to top 10 shootouts, and this is where we're going to set the weekend up with the Triple H car. A lot of people say this is the car to beat when it comes to the race tomorrow. Is this where you establish that in the top 10 shootout?
Well, not if you talk to Roland Day, because Roland says this is not about, it's not what we're about. We're not about chasing pole position here. Well, I don't believe that for a minute. They want the front row of the bit. They'd love the 1-2, just like they loved the 1-2 finish at the end of last year's 161 lap race. But Craig Lowndes, 26 career poles, 6th on the all-time list of pole position holders, so he certainly knows how to do the business and has been here before on poles. Look at the man to the top of the hill there. They'll be cheering on Lowndes. A drive that's loved by 4 handballs.
Well, we set the scene, all those people up on top of the mountain, because here he comes in car Triple H, Craig Lowndes, Team Motorboat.
Trailer.
Forward pole, but we only have one foot left. Plenty of holes, can't believe that at this point in time, but gee, well done. Brian cat amongst the pitch.
Left-hander at Murray's is going to start the flying lap for him because of the car. Twitches a little bit under braking. That's a little bit nervous, but he's now back on the power. Let's see whether that nervousness will translate all the way around the mountain. Here comes Craig Lowndes then. The Holman Commodore and Keith Bodenberg goes back to the
start this weekend. He's the 37-year-old driver and has been holding sway since the first run in this top 10 shootout. Across the line goes Craig Lowndes to beat Will Davison or not, and over he goes. Standing ovation and one of the most mesmeric laps we've ever seen in V8 Supercar history. Greg Murphy, the flying Kiwi, 4-time Bathurst winner, has of course been on pole here on a number of occasions, and he's now in turn 1. Well, a little bit unsettled heading into that part of the track as he heads on his way to the skyline. Nervous look on the screen there, that's Will Davison and the rest of the performance racing crew. It's pretty hard to finish that crew.
But stops sliding down, okay, because they know there's a master at work here. So 2 tenths up in the first sector. Now is he going to be able to stay ahead to the end of the second sector? We are about to find out. Through the elbow he comes then. Greg Murphy gets back with the power. Now to go. This will determine whether we get a hold of it at the top of the times. For the first time since the shootout started, Will Davison is quickest so far. Greg Murphy comes over the line now, and Greg Murphy goes.
Everyone by surprise, David Reynolds in the Stratco Racing Commodore.
Here he comes then. You want a surprise? Well, we had one from David Reynolds yesterday. Jack Daniels Commodore struggling, but the other Caddy Run cars are going great guns. Murphy quickly. David Reynolds.
Lap of David Reynolds draws to a close, and I doubt whether or not he's going to be able to do anything other than be in the bottom 2 or 3 spots. As he crosses the start-finish line at 2 minutes 10.1, the slowest of the competitors thus far. David Reynolds though, good clean wheels, thoroughly deserved his place in the top 10. And he set the benchmark there, just eclipsing that time of Will Davison. But regardless, he's currently sitting in that pole position to the right. Gee, there's some difficulties with that coming out of that moments. Jackson becomes the next man on track, and Mark at the bottom of the Galpanda. Murphy but needless to say, the man leading the championship goes across the start finish line and gets into the shootout lap. And looks up the hill goes, Jamie Cup, done to make that. Twice champion for the remaining 50 on hours. He's got now race time tomorrow coming to a close.
But what a grip is going to give us a great personal pole position, because even if he does stop rating, I can't see him drawing out enough to make it anything like good enough for Montwinslow or Gartandra. And look at the way Whitcap's having to apply the correction there across the top of the mountain. He gets a forecourt steal. SPR car, number 5, Mark Frosty Winterbottom. The lap starts now, but this is far from easy for him. He's about to assess the grip level going in towards Helm Corner, and he slows and then he gets back on the path just for a split second. Then the moment he realises
across the line, 2 minutes 52.0682. Jason Reynolds is driving his push bike around about the same time here during the course of the week. So a bit of a shame to those drivers. And just waiting out for all the stuff to be sure that it will do once Gartandra comes out of his lap. Gartandra involved in the middle. About to come around and start his lap. And across the start finish line he goes. GT Gartandra, the 34-year-old driver, of course, twice here at Mount Panorama, and looking to score an improvement in his field. The previous game of the cup for more kilometres away, so he's on the night. At the moment, and Jamie Whitcup will be dead at the start, at least in position number 8.
Player in the top 10 does GT beat him. He goes across the line, nice fastest. He's quicker than Frosty. Greg Murphy, he's going to be on pole position for the 254 home Bathurst 1000. Come on, Bathurst, junior high, the Pepsi Max crew, Greg Murphy, pole position for the Great Race 2011. Returning to the mountain for the first.
You take that to the top end, and the top end of the speed that we'll be doing display today is about 1100 kilometres an hour, so we can get around the track here in about 19 seconds.
Unbelievable. 3 spots for Australia, the FA 18 Hornets. Whereabouts you guys based?
We're based up at Bathurst, we're down in Newcastle, and Newcastle's flown down from there today. We'll be heading on home straight after the display. It'll take about 17 minutes to get there.
17 minutes. That's phenomenal. These guys, these pilots, extraordinary guys, I guess, know them pretty well.
Classify that as a green and red box, or you can go to the category of stuff. Basically, that will stay in green.
One of the things we seen a little bit earlier when we had the race release is, of course, you guys love this opportunity to come and see your mates fly, but also to be at a great race like the Bathurst 1000. Absolutely. Yesterday